Okay, I couldn't find anything online about this, so I want to show you a little problem I was having. It was more than a little problem. It caused me headaches for quite a while. But I was getting a surging. This is a 37 horse Vanguard Briggs Vanguard fuel injection. There it is, right there. And what was going on? It was surging. It was running really rich. It was fouling out my plugs. Cylinders would stop. It would foul the plugs out. I had trouble getting it started. Sometimes it would run, but when it was running, it was surging back and forth, up and down, and blowing black smoke at times, and just caused me all kinds of little headaches trying to figure this out. Brought it to a dealer, and they didn't even couldn't figure it out what was going on with it. But anyways, what I found out was that inside this intake manifold here, let's see if I can get a light in there. Inside this intake manifold were just air. There's only should be air in here. It was puddling gas in there, and it would get shot into the engine. It was causing it to surge, and then it would puddle up into the intake again and do it again, and it just kept happening every, I don't know, 5 seconds, or not even that long. But so I didn't know where the gas was coming from. So I'd first put a fuel pump pressure gauge on here, right here, between this line and the pump, and it was 40 psi, 3940. That's what it calls for. So that was all good, but gas was coming in from the side of the intake through this line right here. This line right here, it goes into the side intake, and that is a vacuum line. It's a vent line. It goes to the vent line for the gas tank. So this is the vent line for the gas tank right here. So right here you can see the vent line for the gas tank. So this is where it was coming in, vent line for the gasket, but there's a T in it, and this went to the top, a vent on the top of the fuel pump back in here. So, and gas was coming out of there, and that's why it was getting sucked into the intake manifold. So I disconnected it, and it stopped. Obviously I'm not pulling fuel out of the top, and I pulled this module apart, and there's a pump on this side of the fuel pump, and this is a fuel pump module, so it's not just a fuel pump. There's actually a float in here with a needle and seat, just like you see in a carburetor. So when you take this all apart, pull this off and take it apart, you pop these little plastic clips around it, pop this thing apart, and I cleaned it out inside there. I did tweak a little bit to the needle, make sure there was good pressure on the needle into the seat, and I put it back together, and I temporarily ran this plastic line here because I didn't want it to go back into my intake ever, but there might be some need that I have to have that hooked into the intake to get vacuum on that. But I don't know why I would, because I got a fuel you know, this is a low pressure pump back here that supplies gas to this module. Then this module is the high pressure pump, and that produces 3940 psi fuel pump pressure. So temporarily, to see what was going on, I ran a plastic line into the top of that fuel pump module, and it runs up here, and I just have it going into this little bottle. And it was a temporary setup to see if how much gas was actually coming out of there, and whether any gas would be coming out of there when I was running it. And no gas came out of there. That I cut 3 acres of grass, and it ran flawlessly, and no gas in the jar. So I'm ready just to put this thing back together. And being that I couldn't find anything on YouTube on this, I thought I'd make a quick video. I hope somebody finds this useful for you, because it caused me a major headache. So, in the fuel pump, you know, you buy that fuel pump module, you're gonna spend, you know, 3+ bills on that. So, you know, it didn't cost me nothing to fix this. Now, I haven't hooked up this vacuum line back. I got it plugged off going to the fuel pump, but I do have a vent going into that bottle, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably hook it back up the way it normally is, but right now that problem can never happen again the way I have it set up right now. But it's kind of a dweeby setup with the line running up into the drink cup holder. But okay, hope you find it useful. See you guys. Bye.